My name is Jack Eblen. I'm 27 years old. I'm a farmer by trade. I've been interested in the healing arts since about high school. There was a book actually by Wayne Dyer. He was the first person who kind of opened my eyes into the world of spirituality. I believe it was called Manifest Your Destiny. And that kind of changed my whole perspective and got me into meditation and yoga and yeah, just the healing arts. So I've been on a journey of my own exploration of my inner world for some time now, and um, yeah, I just have a deep fascination with the idea of growth and human potential and evolving human consciousness. And I've learned a lot of tools over the years, different ways we can do that, whether it is meditation or breath work or doing yoga. And over the last couple of years, becoming a lot more familiar with plant medicine and other things of that nature, other medicines such as drumming and music. Very big into music. I also do hip hop on the side. I love writing, and that whole world of music and kind of channeling energy into song has been incredible for me. It's made me who I am today, and it's helped me process a lot of things that I've gone through and transmute a lot of energy that was maybe stuck energy or negative energy that I had, that I was able to transmute into something that made me feel good and that I could look at that was beautiful. So music is a huge part of who I am. So about 2 years ago, I discovered the plant medicine teacher Cacao. I started doing mini cacao ceremonies with my roommate, and the benefits of the cacao ceremonies were undeniable. So I figured I needed to start inviting my friends and my family to explore this world of cacao and the world of ceremony. So I now offer on a consistent basis cacao ceremonies where essentially we come together and we sit in a circle, and I kind of explain what a ceremony is, and I can talk about that more with you all in a moment. Um, but we get together and we set intentions, we share gratitudes, and we drink pure ceremonial cacao. A lot of people are curious what cacao is. It is just raw chocolate in its rawest form. So it comes in this bar here. This is just cacao beans that have been dried and fermented and then ground into a paste that then turns into this bar that I use to make our cacao drinks for the ceremonies. And it's such a beautiful offering because cacao is a really benign plant medicine teacher. It's not psychoactive, although it does tend to give feelings of bliss, feelings of calm, and it's also known to be a heart opener. It helps us connect interpersonally, it helps us connect more with our heart center, allowing us to share our authentic selves with ease and to tune into our intuition. Yeah, so our ceremonies are very simple. There's a lot of mystery. I have a lot of people asking me what is going on at these ceremonies because there's a lot of intrigue about it. I've been sharing a lot on social media and stuff, and there's still a lot of kind of unknown vibes around the ceremony. But part of my intention and goal with these ceremonies is to ground what a ceremony is. So I've used ceremony as a tool for helping us remember what is sacred. Ceremonies help us kind of prioritize what's important for us just through their nature of kind of slowing down and being intentional. And in the ceremonies, I also explain as part of the mission to ground the notion of what it is. I explain what a ceremony is and how it differs from another social gathering. So I break it down into 5 different components: intention, space, medicine, facilitator, and reflection. So these 5 components kind of create the space of what a ceremony is and allow us an opportunity to sink into our heart center a little more than we might in another social gathering. And while this is really simple, it has a profound effect, and it creates fertile soil for us to grow and to process things that we've been going through. We might all be coming to a ceremony with a different intention, but the space is really there to feed whatever your specific intention is, whether that's to get more energy for a creative endeavor, or maybe you're just looking to slow down and find a greater sense of inner peace. So cacao, a lot of people know of it as a superfood, and this is how I actually understood it at first as well, and then I later learned how it was used traditionally in Mesoamerica for ceremonial purposes, and they revered cacao so much for its benefits. Actually, the tree Theobroma cacao translates to food of the gods, and that just goes to show you how much it was revered by those people. And it makes sense why they revered it so much. Now with modern science, we've been able to kind of break down and understand more of the constituents of cacao. It's thought of as a heart opener, and that makes sense directly with its constituents because it is a vasodilator. It opens our blood vessels and allows for greater flow. And another way I kind of like to think of cacao is it's kind of like the best of both worlds between coffee and tea, because it kind of relaxes your body. It's filled with magnesium, which many people are deficient in, so that alone can have a profound effect. Magnesium plays a role in like 300 some functions in our body, so it's a really important thing that we need, that, like I said, most of us are deficient in. But that has a relaxing effect on the cells, which can help you feel settled. But it also has a uplifting effect. It has compounds like anandamide, which is known as the bliss molecule. I think we've all experienced, briefly that moment when you bite into a chocolate bar and it's just, and you feel so good. There's kind of like just elevated feeling with that. There's phenylethylamine, which is associated with love, which pairs with the vasodilating effects. So our blood vessels are opening, and then we're getting these other compounds that are able to get to break the blood-brain barrier because of this opening, allowing for feelings of love and bliss to come through. It also has theobromine, which is in the same family as caffeine, except it's supposed to be more benign on our adrenal glands, so that's a great thing. And also just another aspect of how cacao is quite gentle on our bodies. It's very supporting and nourishing. Theobromine is also thought to have a more slight spike in our energy and then plateau, whereas caffeine is more of a up and then down and we crash. So you get less of that with cacao, although there is some caffeine in cacao, so that's to be noted as well. Also with raw cacao, you're getting all of the fats, and there's a lot of healthy fats with a lot of vitamin E, which is good for the skin. And if you were to get processed cacao, also known as cocoa, and that's an important distinguishing thing. People often use cacao and cocoa interchangeably, but it's traditionally thought that cacao is the raw form of chocolate, and cocoa is processed at higher temperatures, and the fat is removed, which creates a silkier, kind of more palatable substance with the cocoa. That's like what what you use for hot chocolate. So it tastes really good, it's delicious, but you're not getting all of those nutrients and healthy fats that's in raw cacao. Yeah, so I have a website called shamanchocolate.com. There's tons of information on what further constituents of cacao, why it has so many physical and spiritual benefits for us. I talk more about what the ceremonies look like, and I've been doing at least one ceremony a month. Oftentimes I do 2 a month, and those are updated frequently on the website. So there's an offerings tab on the website, and you can look at all upcoming ceremonies. Also, there's an option to contact me if you're interested in doing a private group ceremony, because the other ones anyone can sign up for, and usually I can fit 6 to 10 people depending on the location for that specific ceremony. But if you have a group, say a group of your friends or a group of your family, that everyone wants to join in on a ceremony, you can contact me for that as well, and we can work out a time and a place to do a private ceremony. Yeah, so the drum has become an integral part of the ceremonies. At first, we kind of did them, used the drums periodically, and then the results that we were getting every time proved that the drum needed to be present in every ceremony. So I have this drum here. Has different names: shamanic drum, earth drum. Um, but the drum was something that was used across the globe in all shamanistic practices. They utilized the drum. And a cool thing about the shamanic drum, it's essentially just a driving pulse, just a continual tapping of the drum. But what this does is produces theta waves, which affects our brain and gets our brain into kind of a trance-like state, which allows us to tap states of meditation a lot easier. So the cacao in combination with the drum just creates a really powerful experience for you to have kind of your own inner exploration. There's so many words coming to mind right now. Man, I guess the most prominent word is hope. It For me, they show us that there is a way. There's a way we can deal with all these difficult things that we're going through. There's a way that we can connect with each other in an authentic way, in a heartfelt way. It shows us that we can move forward if we're feeling stuck and if we're feeling like we've been going through the same old patterns over and over. So while I do feel that there's many feelings that get generated from these ceremonies, peace, feelings of ecstasy, I often have kind of just an ecstatic feeling after the ceremonies. But I'd say to sum it up, yeah, hope. It helps us move forward.